Hello and welcome or welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys all of my current favorite makeup products. If you are interested in that, then just stay tuned and keep on watching. But before I do get into that portion of the video, I am going to do a little quick intermission and tell you guys about this hair. So this is a wig from Wig Fever. Now this is my first time trying this particular hair company, so I will show you guys what their packaging looks like. The typical stuff pretty much came on the inside. It is a like little lace band, a little brochure card, a little bag to put the unit back in for when you're not wearing it, and then a pack of wig caps. To no surprise, you guys should already know this is a body wave wig. This is a 4x7 lace closure wig. Like I mentioned, I did a video on a wig like this in my previous upload, but the hair companies, they're doing something different now where they're like doing like those kind of, you know, either 4.5x6 or 4x7 like cap constructions for their wigs. I don't really know the reason, and I don't really honestly see the point. There's nothing wrong with a 5x5 or just a standard 6x6 lace closure, but that's just what this particular one is. So yeah, this is their 4x7 wear and go glueless closure wig, and basically all that means is that it came with a pre-plucked hairline. The lace was already cut. You don't need any glue to lay down this unit. I just honestly used like some of the little even spray, and that was pretty much it. There's an elastic band on the inside. The only thing that it doesn't have on the inside of it is like combs and the adjustable strap. So it's literally nothing but an elastic band. For me, I wish it was just like a little bit more security. I honestly can personally do without the elastic band. I actually prefer the elastic straps over the elastic band because the band just gets in the way and then it gets like real bulky on the sides. So that's what the cap construction looks like on the inside, just so that you have an idea. So aside from all that, this wig is 26 inches and the density on it is 180% density. Now I did lift this wig to like a brown color. I did like the bleach bath method. However, with this particular hair, I don't recommend that you bleach it, only because I noticed after I did that, the hair became like really like stiff, and like I washed it out over and over and over again. I used Dawn dish soap. I use the little silicone mix that always revives my units, and nothing really works. So I don't recommend that you go in and bleach it. All that means is that although the hair is nice, it might not be like a high enough grade of hair to where it can handle bleach, which is the reason why it got like a little bit stiff after that process. So just a quick little disclaimer, because I do want to let you guys know that if you do get this unit, which I think that you should, because the hair is good aside from me bleaching it, and it's really affordable. This wig was only like $200 if I'm not mistaken, and you guys know these hair companies always have like discount codes and stuff like that, so you might even get it for less than that. But anyways, on to the makeup products. So I'm going to start with foundation. Now here's the thing with foundation and me. I recently stopped wearing foundation. I did my entire face using no foundation at all. You guys, I've seen this like, you know, trending in the makeup world for like, you know, the past 2 years and whatnot, like the whole clean girl makeup and stuff like that, and I never tried it, but I'm actually glad that I did. So I'm going to be telling you guys my favorite foundations, because obviously I'm going to still use them, but I just don't wear foundation every day anymore. This foundation will be strictly for like special occasions, or, you know, when I actually have places to go. But like, I have wanted to simplify my makeup routine for the longest, and I'm so happy that I did. So if you guys want to know how I got this exact face and the steps that I took to do this without using any foundation, I will go ahead and link that video down below. Starting with foundation, I don't have it in front of me right now like I thought I did. It's probably in my room, but the first foundation that I really like is going to be the NARS Soft Matte Foundation, and I'll put a picture up here so you guys can see what it looks like. I am somebody that have oily skin, so all of these products that I'm going to show you, they work really well for me. So that's just something to keep in mind, like to make sure you're getting products for your specific skin type. So NARS is going to be my one of my favorites, and then the second one that I'm going to say would have to be this Lancome. I don't know how to say the name on it, but it is their most popular foundation. This one is definitely worth the investment. It's not on the cheaper side, but it's not crazy expensive either, and I wouldn't wear this one every day. Even when I was wearing foundation, this is something that I would use sparingly because I don't want to have to replace the bottle as often. Now the shade that I got this one in is, I have this foundation in 2 different colors, because you know, like in the summertime you go a little bit darker, during the wintertime then you alter your shade. So this one is 530 Suede C, and I believe my wintertime shade that I had in this foundation was 510. So you just want to go down a shade or two and, you know, adjust accordingly. But this foundation is their ultra wear foundation, and I actually really like this one. So if anything, this is the foundation. NARS never disappoints, but I really like this one as well. And then this next one is easy, getting into primers. There's only one primer that I love, and it actually is a dupe for the one that I used to love. So this one that I have is the Milk Hydro Grip. I'm sure you guys have all heard of this. This foundation is, not foundation, but this primer is amazing. Like I said, especially if you're somebody with oily skin, it doesn't make my skin worse or my makeup look all greasy. This is actually a really good primer. However, the dupe for this primer is going to be the e.l.f. Power Grip. Now, these two products are very similar. The only difference is this one is cheaper than this one. This one is like, I don't know, 20 something dollars, and this one is like maybe like less than 10. I think it was $8 before it became like really popular and stuff. So they're both great options. As you can see, I still have this one and it's full because just when I re-upped on this one, I found out about this one and I've been buying this one ever since. So I do need to use this one, but honestly, I'm always going to reach for the e.l.f. Power Grip just because it's more tackier, more sticky, and I'm going to keep buying it because it's cheaper. On to concealers. I'm going to start with the one that I honestly use every day the most, and that's going to be the Too Faced Born This Way Multi Sculpting Concealer. Love this stuff. I love the amount of product that you get in it. You can find this at Ulta, Sephora, and online pretty much, but I am in the shade Chestnut. This is just a really good full coverage concealer. You can use it to spot conceal underneath your eyes, whatever you need to use it for. This one is really, really good. The next one that I found myself reaching for more nowadays too is going to be the NARS Creamy Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I'm in the shade Amande. In this particular one, I don't really care too much for the packaging. That's probably the only thing that kind of annoys me, that this is how small it is considering how much it is. It's not like crazy affordable, but it's not the cheapest thing either. So I kind of wish they would change their packaging on this, but this is honestly just a really good concealer. The good thing about NARS is that they have really good complexion products, so you can never really go wrong with getting a foundation or a concealer from them. The next one, this one definitely is a little bit of a stretch. Just a little disclaimer, this is the Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer slash corrector. It has a pretty long name on it, but the packaging on this is really cute. I really like the applicator of this one. Now, this concealer is definitely something for like special occasion only. This is not something that I would say buy each and every single time and buy this product only, because there are other affordable options. But if you're just looking for like a really good quality concealer, I would suggest that you guys do give Miss Pat McGrath a try, because I am not disappointed by this at all. It can be a little bit tricky trying to figure out your shade. Like initially when I got this shade, I felt like it was not highlighty enough. So if you want like more of like a natural finish type of concealer, then I would say her line is great. Now, I'm in the shade MD26. And then the last one that I really like is a drugstore product, and this is the L'Oreal Infallible concealer, and I'm in the shade 415 Honey. I'll show you guys what that looks like. Sometimes I get 400 as well, or 410. And it's the last one here, so you guys can see what that looks like. So these are pretty much the shades that I typically go for when I am looking for a concealer, because they blend out very nicely. You can build them up, and if I ever wanted to add just a little bit more of a highlight effect, that's when I go in with my other favorite concealer, which is the Juvia's Place, and this is shade number 9. So I'm going to show you guys in comparison to the rest of these how much like lighter and cool tone this one is. So it's right there on the edge. For me, that is a plus, that they all blend out nicely. I know I used to like the e.l.f. Camo concealers, the original formula, but I found that with that concealer, you have to really blend it out right away because it does get kind of dry. So I like that none of these do that. Okay, so next, moving on to like bronzers and contour products. The first one I'll start with is the Fenty Beauty Matchstick. Now this is a cream product. You just apply it and blend it out. Now when I first bought this, I didn't really like it because it was very hard for me to blend the product out, but I had to learn that this product almost needs to be either like warmed up on the back of your hand and like apply with a brush, or once you apply it on, like blend it out with like a damp beauty blender, because me trying to blend it out just as it is, the product wouldn't really move, and I'm like, you know, this product is really dry. But once I learned to warm it up and then start to blend it, it became so much easier to use. And this is in the shade Espresso. I don't use that one all the time because I just prefer like powder products. So the next contour type of product that I like is going to be the Black Radiance contour palette. Now I don't have it physically on me because that's actually on my list of products that I need to go out and re-up on, but I'll put it here on the screen so you guys can see what it looks like. I think I get the shade medium to dark. That one is like good all by itself. Like I really don't need any of these other contour products. That one has been my staple for years, but of course, you know, once you start buying makeup, you just like get sucked into having to get everything that you see on TikTok or everything that you see somebody else do a video on, and it just becomes a whole lot. So I could do without these, but I'm glad that I have these. But if I could choose one type of contour product, it would be between that and the Juvia's Place palette. So I have two of them. These are the Juvia's Place bronzed duos. I have dark and deep dark. This is what they look like. I love these, love these, love these. They are so affordable. Their products are super pigmented, and yeah, these are great. Next product that I really like is from Benefit Cosmetics. This is their Hoola Toasted Bronzer. It just has a mirror in the bronzer itself in it. Now, for me, when it comes to bronzers, I stopped using my Fenty Beauty Mocha Mami because I like bronzers that are not too warm or like too red. I want something that is like the opposite of that. So that's pretty much what I look for in terms of bronzers. I want colors like this that are more like cool and not like too warm, because even in the dark palette, I don't use this color on the bottom no more because it has too much of like a red undertone to it, and sometimes that just clashes like with the rest of the makeup that's on my face. Now, in terms of setting powders, I only use these three products. I will not be buying any more setting powders or anything because I really like these ones. So this first one is the Huda Beauty Easy Bakes loose setting powder, and I'm in the shade Kunafa. It's more of like a yellow based powder, if you guys can see that. I really like this one. This one does have a little bit of like a fragrance smell to it. I know some people might not care too much for that. I don't mind it. It has not irritated my skin or anything like that. I like the flawless smooth finish that it gives me under my under eye. And then of course my good old Laura Mercier. Now I like the original translucent and then the translucent honey. The translucent honey is almost similar to the Huda Beauty because it has like that yellow undertone to it. I'll put it here on the screen like so you guys can actually see what they look like, but Laura Mercier is not going anywhere. I don't care how expensive she gets. If she goes up on the price, I'm gonna always buy the setting powder just because it is flawless. There is no complaints about it. It works literally for everybody. I just feel like you cannot go wrong when you set your face with Laura Mercier. And then like to set like my overall face, that's where MAC comes in handy. So my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Deepest is going to be my go-to as like an overall face powder. And I know a lot of people say that the Sephora Micro Smooth powder is comparable to this. And I tried that one. Maybe I just got the wrong shade. I like this one because it's very fine. It's very light. You don't feel like you're putting powder on your face, and you honestly don't even need a lot of this. Oh, and while we're on the subject of makeup, my lashes are something that I get asked about quite often from you guys, and I do not hesitate to tell you guys that I get most of my lashes from Amazon. So I will link my Amazon storefront down below, and there's a whole category that says lashes. I even have like some of the notes that say what exact style I got, because once you click on some of the lashes, sometimes it'll show you like 10 or 15 different styles. So hopefully that helps. So if you guys want to know about like the lash portion and what I use, check out my AliExpress links because I do get some from there for time to time. But Amazon is like my go-to source for my lashes now because they come in a multi-pack, and it just makes so much more sense to buy them that way. Now for setting sprays, I am going to start with my holy grail, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. When I first got it, I started off and I bought like the little mini size, and I just fell in love with it. So now I get the bigger bottle. And then you know what, recently I also tried the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. I do like this one as well. I haven't had any problems with them thus far. I'm always going to be loyal to this one. This one is still fairly new to me, but I do still like it. So in terms of setting sprays, it's just these two products and nothing else. As for lip products, I'll start with lip liners. My favorite lip liners are the Morphe Trendsetter lip liner, the Makeup by Mario lip liner, and this is in the shade Jeff. I really like this one, and the cool thing about this one is that it also comes with the little like lip brush on. So once you put your liner on, instead of you having to like rub your lips together to smudge it, you can just use the little brush that comes on the outside of this. I like the shade of this. I try to go for browns that are more of like an actual cool tone brown versus like the browns that have like a red undertone, like MAC what is it, chestnut. I kind of stopped buying that just because it has a little bit of a red undertone to it, and that's just something that I just doesn't pair well with my lip combos that I do. So yeah, I have one lipstick that I buy that I really like, and this is the MAC Cream Day Nude. It's a cream sheen lipstick. Very beautiful shade. I'm embarrassed to show you guys mine because mine just looks absolutely disgusting. It's all like crumpled over and stuff, but this is like my go-to everyday type of nude lip combo. And lip gloss, Black Radiance. Drugstore, cheap, sticky, because that's kind of what I like. It's like more of like a sticky gloss, and I really like this shade. I tend to go for shades that are like that kind of like pale pink, kind of like peachy type of undertone to it. If you guys haven't noticed, anything around that paired with a black lip, not a black lip liner, but a brown lip liner, it gives me the perfect nude lip like every time. So Black Radiance, this one, what shade is this? This one is Pink Haze. There's another one that I get from them, but I can't find it right now. So of course, the NYX Butter Glosses. This one is the shade Fortune Cookie. This one is a longtime favorite. Everybody should know about this one. If you don't get any of these lip glosses, this one is going to do you right every single time. I also really love the Sephora lip glosses. This one's out, as you can see, so I did have to get another one. So the two shades that I get is Not Today and Yes Honey. This one is Yes Honey, and these lip glosses are great. I used to walk by these in Sephora all the time, you guys, and I'd be like, oh, that looks cute, but then I never was like, oh, let me try it. The day that I bought this, I instantly went back and got more because I really like this lip gloss. Like, the applicator on it is great. You get a good amount of product in it, and this particular shade just works for me. There's nothing special about this. It's not a plumping lip gloss or anything, which that really doesn't matter to me, but I just really like their Sephora's brand of lip glosses. And this next one my sister put me onto. This one, I wanted to try it because the bottle is cute. It looks like a little diamond. This one is the Physicians Formula Diamond Plumper Lip Gloss, and this is in the shade Light Pink Princess Cut. It's just a very sheer shade, but like I said, this is something that I would put on top of like the lipstick product to kind of like finish the look off. Another one that I really like that I don't have in front of me because I think it's on my list of products that I need to go repurchase is going to be the e.l.f. Plumping Lip Gloss. I know the shade Pink Cosmo and Peach Bellini. Those are the two that I really like just because they fit the theme of, you know, obviously the lip combo that I tried to go for. So those are all really great lip glosses. Everything that I'm talking to you about, or not everything, but majority of everything, is in my Amazon storefront under like makeup products, just in case you guys can't ever like find them in stores. So make sure you guys check. And lastly, there was only one highlight that I used. This is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, but this one is in the shade Gold Deposit. This one is just like the prettiest highlight shade ever. Like, you don't need any other highlight shade if you get this one. This one is just going to do it for me every single time. I just put a little bit on the bridge of my nose and up here in this area, and it's just a very warm, bronzy, the perfect shade of gold, because some golds are like too yellow or too bronzy. This one is like perfect right in the middle. It just makes your skin look like it has a natural like kind of like spark. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are literally all of the products that I use on an everyday basis that I'm going to continue to buy. When I tell you guys I'm not buying, I told myself I'm not buying no more makeup. I'm not trying anything new outside of what I already know works for me. I'm not going to become a makeup hoarder. I'm not going to just keep buying products just to be buying them. Like, I'm over that. I'm not doing that no more. I don't care about the Sephora points. I don't care about the Ulta points. If I'm not getting something that I already know works for me, I'm not trying nothing new. Look, I left something out, my makeup palettes. That's what I left out. It's the Morphe 350V Supernatural palette. I think that's what it's called, 350. I'll put it down below in my description box, but pretty much I think I covered everything. If there's anything that I missed, you guys can feel free to leave me a comment so that I can make sure that I respond back and answer whatever your question is. The link to the hair as well as the products will all be found down below in my description box. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.